preparing for my ayahuasca ceremony in a couple days. I've been plant-based for this entire month, so the beginning of April. It is the 20th today. 420. I've been, clean eating, no dairy, no meats, no other anything, just clean as a whistle, and no marijuana. And I've been alcohol free for almost 2 years now, so that's not an issue for me. No processed sugars, those kind of things. Really been preparing myself. I've been a part of this breathwork program for 5 weeks now. So that's been keeping me consistent and accountable for doing breathwork every day. And I'm really liking that. I've seen a lot of improvements in a lot of areas, but the biggest one is simply just self-awareness. And what else we got? I've been doing yoga and mobility as well in the mornings. I have taken a couple days off because I've made some pretty long trips driving from Florida to Mississippi and getting set up, but I'm right back at it. And not just for the morning, I've still been doing breath work and yoga and stretching and stuff, but just end up being later on. I like doing it in the morning. Really helps you set off your day. That's about it. I'll be checking in a little bit more and sharing more videos, so stay tuned. As promised, my post ayahuasca video. It is actually almost a month later. The experience was interesting, to say the least. To go over a few details in my build-up to it was June 26, 2020 was my first actual psilocybin ceremony, which my soul brother and a good friend of mine invited me to help facilitate as well as sit in. Basically, I really just sat in and ate some mushrooms. But once I took that first leap, that really kind of jumped me into a whole new world. I've done festivals and gone to raves and all these sorts of shows and stuff, so I thought I had all these experiences, just not this side of things. I was introduced to breathwork, and that had just got the ball rolling. So that was in June. I was using Wim Hof breathwork pretty much every day. I really enjoyed that. Then I did December 26, 2020, my second psilocybin ceremony, in which I was all in. The first one I was kind of like still doing my own thing, and I'd taken a couple days and was eating kind of clean. But this one I jumped all in. I was 7 days plant-based, no marijuana, no nothing, just clean, and very serious. Went into it and just help facilitate as well as still sitting in again. And for about a 4-hour ceremony, and I was already doing my journaling, I was doing breath work, mindful meditations, and I really received massive return of investment with as far as time goes. And the reason why I'm doing this is just to kind of give you a build up in why and what I was doing to, kind of get to this point. And me and my buddy had already spoken about, him hosting ayahuasca and getting that ball rolling. So this has been some years coming, on top of everything else. And then after these 2 ceremonies, I was like, I need this. I've had a couple opportunities to go and do ayahuasca, but it just never really kind of situated. So anyways, that second ceremony is when I really kind of peered in to the dark door I've always tried to keep shut. And the only way I could really heal, what I realized was the only way I could heal is opening that door up. And I did not want to at all. But I started kind of creeping in there, and then, for so long I fought to keep going too deep, I fought to having to go too deep within out of fear, and I knew that had to change. So and then looking into myself in my own, breaking down who am I, who is this being, and the things that have happened to me, the things that I've done to other people, really break it down. And then I had gotten to this point of like just complete clairvoyant, like clear-headed, just whoa, open this door up, buddy, and you'll get the answers that you'll seek. Feel these feelings, let them release, have some release. So it was a very good experience on the second psilocybin. So now into my ayahuasca. As I said, I've had these couple of ceremonies. Now that I had this, these couple under my belt, I felt more prepared and ready. And I am reading from my little notepads to keep me focused because I tend to babble. Friday, coming up, I had joined a breathwork program pretty much 6 weeks before the ayahuasca, so this just really helped prepare me mentally and help me work through some things prior to Aya. And that really was like massive for me, and it still is. I'm still a part of said program. So anyways, Friday, I had started, that was April. I started in April. I'm being a vegetarian, and I am still practicing that. I'm living that lifestyle. Just went entirely plant-based, very, very strict diet, and was definitely interesting, and came into the first day just really, really clean, and I was on a 24-hour fast when the first ceremony. And I helped kind of finish getting set up, and we got everything rocking and rolling at my buddy's place. As I said, a long time coming, a couple of years of planning and pushing dates off and things happening to where now, it was, dreams that we dream build with each other, and dreams that we were talking about are, now come to fruition. Like, oh, like this is happening. Like, let's get all these things together. and you know, it's a working farm, so you can only get things so beautiful. But and I guess this is one of those videos that I'm just, you know, you go on, you want to hear the thing, so here it is. Friday, we finished helping prepare, and I kind of actually just laid down for a while on my mat, got comfortable, felt the space out, and was getting it, you know, getting used to that, you know, feeling that out, and everybody ended up showing up, and you know, it started at 8. I really entered an extreme meditative state, like just super clear, unlike anything I had ever experienced. I had gotten, you know, my first dose, and an hour and a half in, I wasn't really feeling anything. I just felt real relaxed, which was great. I guess that is feeling something. I took the booster, and then I blasted off. I understand more now why they call it sitting with ayahuasca, because ayahuasca is her own being. That Mother Ayahuasca, she is a being. She is an entity, however you want to view that. I sat with her, and she was very, very gentle with me, and you know, the ceremony ended, and I had all these experiences within that were there. Like, they just, it wasn't like a drunk sometimes when you're hallucinating, or you know, anything like that with other medicines or alcohol. You know, like, you don't remember anything, or you only remember bits. Like, I remember every single detail. I as if I was living it right now. After ceremony, I was kind of just laying there and hanging out with myself, and was just looking at my hands and just like, oh, around the face, and fish hooking myself, and just doing weird stuff, and seeing fractals all over my hands, and it just felt weird. It wasn't like, it was as if I was channeling something or somebody, or who was just like, you know, my body felt foreign. So that was like, I was, you know, touching my nose, doing this. This was pretty intense. And my buddy had brought me some fruit, and he was like, this might bring you back in, buddy. And I was like, I never left. What do you mean bring me back in? I never left. Really, really, really great experience. And then everything kind of settled down after that, and then went out to our camper, and my wife and I, you know, slept. She was also sitting as well, which was super awesome that we got to sit with each other. Second night, very, very odd, entirely different experience. I had, I just was feeling off a little bit, and which was, you know, normal or whatever, but went into it and was like, oh, okay, you know, I'm not sure exactly. I took a lesser dose, you know, starting off, and then I think ended up just you know, I took a little booster way later on. One of those experiences, like, I entirely left. I was broken apart into nothing. I remember I had asked my buddy, and was like, hey, you know, can I get some, I like remember just coming to my body, like, I need sage, and I need singing bowls. That's what I'm needing right now. And he kind of looked at me and was like, we already did some singing bowls, but I'll get you. We can probably do some more. Well, they ended up doing some more too, but didn't hear it, didn't feel it, nothing. And I had just entirely wasn't there. It was crazy. I felt super rested. It was one of those things I feel like things are gonna, I was having some probably massive downloads, or I just entirely rest of just completely shutting down whatever that was for me. I know it's gonna be coming up, throughout the months. Some heavy realizations for me, that I want to do more with my life. I want to live, more with nature, because we are nature. So doing the permaculture classes and course, that's something that has kind of been brought back up to me. Just very, very clear on a lot of things on what I'm really wanting and asking for, and how I want to kind of proceed with the things that I do, and how I go about living my life. I've done a lot of hallucinogens in my life, and this one was not that. It was so much more. If you're ever debating it, or you're worried, or you think all these things, the thing with ayahuasca is, if you meet her halfway, if you put the work in prior, you are going to receive a lot of benefits. Not to say that you won't otherwise. Each experience is entirely different. So, that's up to you. It's just no different than if you were to go to the gym and do half reps. You can get some results, and you might even like those results, and that might be enough for you. But to really receive massive benefits, do the things that you're supposed to do. They'll send you out a sheet or whatever, to guidelines and things to follow. So that is pretty much my whole entire experience moving up into these plant medicines and ceremonial type things. Very, very profound and wonderful experience. If you have the chance, or if you're thinking about doing it, feel free to reach out with questions. I'm not, I've done ayahuasca once. I am an ascended master now, so you can come to me. I do my due diligence with the information that I have, and I have a lot of people who support me, and who, if I don't have the information, I can, divert you. But I really feel like there's a lot of healing that can be done, working through traumas, working through a lot of things, which again, thankfully, I was already doing my practices. I've been journaling every day. I've been doing breath work. I practice cold immersion, and these are things that work for me, that I'm pushing myself. So whatever your first step, or whatever is pushing you out of your comfort zone, I challenge you to do that thing. Do the thing that you may not want to do today, so tomorrow you can really enjoy some more out of life. We did some chanting, and some things. I tend to talk a lot, but I don't use my voice, and that was something that came to me during the ceremony. And there were some other men there, very, very masculine energy. And actually, the second night, my wife was the only female outside of the one priestess, Nishala. And that was so, there's this little like T shape of guys, and we were all going through kind of a lot of the same stuff, and it was just so beautiful and powerful for just this masculine energy, divine masculine, just to really all be with each other and be open and feel emotions and work through things with each other. And we were doing this chant or mantra rather, and it was like we were like this little tribe just. And the first night I was kind of like, I didn't realize it, but I was just very, very quiet, and I was listening to everybody else, and I was saying the words, going through the motions kind of. The second night I was like, I felt the vibrations of the words I was saying, and then with the second verse, it changes, and it totally different energy, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, wow, I'm feeling it. And I would speak up louder, and the more I felt like I spoke up louder, the more the group kind of spoke up louder, and we were all just going together. Very, very amazing experience. And then so it's just overall, and then ended on like a full moon. We had I built this fire, so we went out on that second night and lit my fire, and it was super awesome. It was all built into this little hut looking type thing. Very, very cool. Yes, so I will end this 20 minutes. Oof. If you've stuck with me this long, I really appreciate you. If you're going through things, if you want to talk to anybody, you need somebody to talk to or share your experience with, I'd love to hear it. And I will end this with one of my favorite takeaways from that whole weekend was this Rapunche Prayer. Couple breaths. Rest in natural great peace, this exhausted mind, beaten helplessly by karma and neurotic thoughts. Like the endless fury of the pounding waves in the infinite ocean of samsara. Rest in natural great peace.